got this trailer for Invincible Season 2, just premiered at New York Comic Con, which I guess is going on right now. And I really loved that first season of Invincible. Martin hated it, but I remember that.
What?
I understand.
Come on, man.
Just see if you paid attention back then. You listening to me? Because there'll be some times when Martin's like, yeah. Martin hated it, yeah. But, so you're excited to have Season 2 come around?
Yes, I am. I'm really excited to see what they do with it because I know where the comic book goes. They go some crazy places. And I'm like, how are y'all going to interpret this for the general audience?
Well, Martin, you look at this trailer right here and you tell me if they're on the right track.
Okay.
Or the wrong track.
Dinner tonight.
Go save the world, Invincible.
You're way too good.
That was your angry black girlfriend, man.
There you go.
Oh, go ahead. Ain't nobody paying attention to me. You never spend any time with me. I'll just sit here and be angry and black.
And if you think you can stop us, don't forget, I'm
Invincible, baby. We already saw a shapeshifter in here. We know that ain't him.
Right.
Or maybe it is. I don't know. I haven't seen it. But Martin, you read the book. How is this looking so far compared to what you've read?
Looks good so far.
So I'm gonna let Martin talk about this, but for those who don't know about Invincible started out as pretty much a typical superhero story. You know, you got a guy who discovered he has superpowers because his dad's a superhero. Dad's one of the greatest superheroes ever. Turns out his dad is a dick and thinks that he's better than human beings and sees us as nothing but insects, and so therefore creates an atrocity on Earth.
Yeah. His dad was just like one scout soldier to lead his people to take over the Earth.
Yep, and you've probably seen that famous scene of him holding his son in the subway and just ripping people apart. But I guess this picks up where that leaves off. And what's funny about that is that this started out kind of pure too. Looked like it was like a PG-rated superhero show.
Yeah, matter of fact, a lot of people turned it off. They're like, okay, I don't need to see that. I was like, no.
Yep.
Go back and rewatch it.
And then end up being violent, bloody, nasty, arrogant, and all kind of just crazy. It ended up being crazy. Did I just call this arrogant? Yes, I did. This show is just arrogant. That's what really turned people off. I don't know where that came from, but it really blew a lot of people's minds when it took a turn to be this extremely violent show.
Dark, yeah.
Yeah, very dark. I'd say it's between this and The Boys, both of them on Amazon, way better than anything that I've been seeing with superhero movies.
Sure.
It's like those two are my favorite things today. But compared to what you've read in the book and seeing what you see in this trailer, how does this looking to you?
Considering what they were able to pull off with the first season, it tracks well. It looks like they're taking stuff from the book. And I know, the different places it can go and what they're able to do. It looks right on. I guess I'm thinking like stuff that would be in the third season. I'm wondering if they're going to go through with that. But so far, this looks great.
Yeah. I did not finish the book, but I did get pretty far before they told me I had to start buying it, and I was like, nah. I'm already renting this book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have Comixology, and I was reading it up to a certain point. I'm like, well, shit, if you want to read the rest of it, you got to buy these. I'm like, fuck you, I'll just watch the show. What happens when you start making the show? I can wait. But to the extent that I got, I was like, man, you're right. This goes some really wild, crazy places. And yet it all makes sense in its own world, and it's all brilliant, how it all comes together. And I'm seeing this, and they're like putting a lot of that in here.
They are.
I'm like, and I was wondering, but the thing is, it's like all you gotta do is just take the material and just use that as your main foundation.
For the most part, there's some things you got to change because you got to think about how many decades ago this came out. So there's certain things you gotta adjust. And it's a thing when you're doing a TV show, and like a comic book at best, it's a simplification or a storyboard at best. So with a TV show, you got to really flesh things out. But they got a great voice cast going on there.
They sure do.
And the writers seem to know how to make this work.
Yeah.
A good mix of drama with the action, the extreme action. So I think they'll do a great job. And yeah, this guy with his extra dimensions and all, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Because some of these people get invincible over a barrel, and you're like, how are you going to get out of this?
That's really good. I remember this character in the comic. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's an asshole. Man.
Yeah, he is totally.
Yeah, no, it's going to be cool to see how they handle this. And for those who haven't read the book, oh man, this is going to even be better because it's cool reading it, but to experience an animation like this for the first time, I kind of envy y'all for doing that, man. And seeing, but they're going to change some things too. Animation is great in this, man.
Yeah, it is.
I love animation here,
and it's especially interesting since they did the Adam Eve miniseries. She'll be getting a bigger role in this story.
Explain to people who Adam and Eve is. Or Adam Eve.
Adam Eve. Oh, she was. Well, you've seen her throughout the first season. She's the other female superhero with the pink costume, who hangs out with Mark all the time. Yeah, that's her right there. And she's part of that teen superhero group that kind of wants him in there with him. But they become best friends. And it's always that kind of sexual tension, because she's with Rex, but it's like Rex is an asshole. And her and Mark get along so well, and him and Amber don't. So it's like, okay, what's gonna happen here?
Yeah. This and The Boys, I think, are some of the best things on TV. I think if you really want to go to some good superhero stuff, and the funny thing is, all on Amazon too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all Seth Rogen.
Yep. Yeah, that is true. Mm-hmm. Shit, maybe Seth Rogen should be running DC.
Yeah, but then he did Preacher also, so.
I don't count that either. Shit, maybe he should be running Marvel. Just give him both. See what he does. He's been doing so good with all this other stuff. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this. As arrogant as this show is, show thinks it's better than me.
And it will be just as bloody as before,
if not more. Mm-hmm. If not more. So yeah, y'all.